Hello and welcome to Graphic Intention. Today is not an unboxing. Well, I did other unboxings today, but this video is not an unboxing. It is a time lapse start to finish for Mind Blown. If you hadn't seen the unboxing for Mind Blown, go check that out. But this image is of a woman who she's got her hands to her face, and it looks like her whole body is turning into an explosion, and it has kind of started at her body and has gone out the top of her head. But to me, it signified somebody who's struggling, somebody who's in pain. Um, and that just really spoke to me. I've dealt with my own set of demons, as I'm sure everybody has it to some extent. So that's why I fell in love with this image. Plus, I am decorating my new room with blacks and whites and reds. And so the colors in this canvas really speak to that aesthetic. One thing that you might not know is it looks like I'm doing a checkerboard pattern on all of these different colors, but that's the way the canvas is printed. The design is actually an alternating color scheme. So instead of white, 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 light gray, light gray, light gray, you've got white, light gray, white, light gray, white, light gray. So there's a lot of checkerboarding in this canvas, which makes it very difficult to do multi-placing. I don't do the three multi-placer. I've tried it and I can't seem to get it to work very well for me. I do like the six or seven placer or the single placer. So maybe that's if you do three placers, it would go a bit faster for you. But for me, having to do most of it with single placement took me 26 hours from start to finish to complete this particular canvas. But I loved it. I did check out the difference in the black area because you can do a lot of multi-placing in the black area. So I took a moment to do the top half of her black area in multi-placer. And then I did the bottom part in single placement just to see the difference in the lines, in how close you can group the drills together, just, the overall appearance of one versus the other. And close up, you can see the difference. Like if you look at it right here, you can see the little gaps in between my multi-placements. But once I'm done with this single placement area, it looks solid. Like you can hardly see any gaps in there at all. So that is one big thing to think about. But when you turn that backlight off and you stand back a little bit, there is no difference. You can't tell, which drills have gaps between them or not. So it's kind of a wash for me. I would probably continue doing the multi-placers just because it lets me get canvases done faster. And part of what I like is that finishing moment when I put those last few drills in place and I'm finished with it. Apologies about this particular section. I don't know how my camera got turned upside down, but I didn't notice, and so it's a little flip-flopped. Sorry about that. That just shows how crazy I am. Oh, I wanted to take some time during this video to talk about a, um, a drill tray that I just ordered. I had done a little bit of research on drill trays to try and find a good one that I could buy and I could use that one instead of all of these little cheapy ones that come with your canvases. And I ordered one from AliExpress. It's the white. It looks a lot like this boat I'm using here, but it's got a little piece of orange plastic that you can slide into that front spout to block it off. So it kind of acts as a door of sorts, so that when you're drilling or when you're not actively pouring your drills back into the bag, you can put that little plastic um, break in there and it keeps all the drills in. That has not arrived yet, but I am really looking forward to that coming because I spill drills out of the front of this thing all the time. But another one that I got is from Archer's Art or Archer's Craft. I'm not exactly sure which one it is, but I'll link him below. I spent, I think, $26 on a hot pink tray and matching separator set. And that came in today. So, of course, I dropped everything and I ran to my room and I said, I'm going to drill a new canvas using this brand new, beautiful pink tray. So, I poured my first set of drills into the tray. It was a disaster. I couldn't get them to go into the lines. The tray, the little ridges in between were too far apart, so there was huge gaps between the drill and each of the little lanes they were in, which made several of them fall in at the same time, and they were getting all crooked, so I couldn't get them to lay flat. But the ones that I did get to lay flat stuck to the tray. It got so bad where I even turned the tray upside down and was smacking the back of it and couldn't get these drills to fall off. So I had to scrape them off with my fingernail. And I sat back and I thought, okay, it's brand new, so maybe it's staticky. I grabbed a fabric softener sheet and I rubbed the one half of it down just to see if I could see a visible difference between the one that's been static softened and the other one. Well, that just made it worse, which made me think, okay, maybe there's some kind of a coating on this tray. So I went and I scrubbed it. And when I say scrubbed it, I used a scrub brush that's like, it's like a little miniature toothbrush. Um, I used soap, I used bleach, I used a little bit of vinegar, and I scrubbed the bejesus out of this thing. And I went back and poured some more drills into it, and they stuck. The problem with this tray is it's 3D printed. I don't know if you've ever gotten anything that's 3D printed, but it's not smooth. It doesn't have a smooth surface. None of the surfaces on this tray are smooth because it's laid down line by line by line. And on the bottom of the tray where the drills lay, it's done in kind of a crisscross pattern. So you've got drills going diagonally, I mean, sorry, lines going diagonally one way and lines going diagonally the other way. The problem with that is these drills are so small that they get hung up on all of those little lines that are in this 3D printed tray. These trays that we get from when we get the canvases are smooth, so it's really a lot easier for the drills to move around and to get where they're supposed to be on that smooth surface. Needless to say, I am bitterly disappointed and beyond frustrated that this expensive tray is probably going to end up in the trash. Um, but I'm not giving up yet. I still have a little bit of hope left. I am going to see if I can't put a coat of um, varnish on it or do something to it to make it to where all of those lines are filled in or sand it. I don't know what I'm going to try. I'll try to do all kinds of things to it to get it to work before I toss it. But at this point, I think that that is a two thumbs down, 0 star item in my book. Um, what I might end up doing if I can't get it to work is contact this Archer Crafts people and let them know this is the issue that I'm having and just see if it was a faulty print or a faulty design or if they had changed their design or if something happened that made it go from other people having rave reviews to me having this what the heck did I just buy moment. Uh, Other than that, I think I will probably end up eventually posting some kind of a review on that drill tray once I have done all of the different fixings to it that I can do. But in the meantime, this is the finished product of Mind Blown. She is just gorgeous. There is a line that goes across the middle of it, but that's my fault because I had folded the canvas. So don't take into consideration that that's what yours will look like. That was my mistake. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.